Hey guys, what's going on? So I am, like I said, I was gonna come back to the channel. I'm still trying to get my life together, so bear with me for a little bit. I did just do a huge move, bought a new house, bunch of stuff going on in my life. That's why, if you were a part of the Full Lock Garage channel, there hasn't been a lot of stuff there either. But I have actually been working on stuff in the meantime. For example, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I went down to, if you follow us on Instagram, or either of us on Instagram, you would have known. But I went down to the Tri-Cities with Nate, and we went and picked up this carbon Kevlar hood. It needs one more coat, or not a coat, but a wet sand. That's what it needs, wet sand and buff. After that, it'll be solid. But we did that. I picked up this car here. There's another car out in my field. I moved from 5 acres, now I'm living on half acre. So I don't have as much property anymore, which doesn't really bother me much. Couldn't use it anyways. But I figure I'll give you an update as to what is going on currently. What is my current projects? What have I not touched that I need to touch? So let's start with the good old Datsun 280ZX. Pride and joy, the tried and true, what started basically this whole channel. I broke it. I was showing off, and I did a burnout in second gear on some new sticky tires with a U-joint that I knew was bad in the drive shaft, but I did it anyways, and basically just snapped it right in half. I threw away the parts. If you want to see pictures of it, go to my Instagram, which is full_lock_garage. Go there, check it out. It was in pieces. So, got it back together, got it fixed, went over to Nate's house to help him with his Audi, and in the process of doing that, I got on a little bit just to make sure everything was working well. I noticed there was a little bit of tension in the U-joint when I was putting it together. So, got on it and started hearing a clunking noise. Well, what had happened was the cap that goes on the U-joint had split in half and shot all the needle bearings out. So there was nothing for it to ride on. And after that I was like, something's obviously broken here. Oh, my GoPro just did something weird. Alright, anyways. Something was weird, so I took it down to Drive Shafts shop, or Northwest Drive Shafts down in Fife. And they took a look at it, inspected it, the entire drive shaft, determined the front U-joint was bad, which I had just had replaced a year and a half prior. The back U-joint had a cracked cap, which I already knew, needle bearings had fallen out, and the flange, hold on. So, you guys are in wide view, I believe. Anyways, so this is probably going to look crooked as is, but these ears here, this one curves off slightly. So this is supposed to be straight, so everything fits in here good and rolls well. Well, it was making it curve, which was causing it to grind and basically broke the cap and causing the needle bearings to shoot out. So got a new cap. Let's go and see if we can find the new stuff. Okay, so they put a new flange on, new U-joint, greasable U-joint this time. This one up here, they just put a solid U-joint in. It's a little bit stronger than they had one on hand. It didn't have to be ordered. But this flange here is good. This flange here is good. Oh, sorry. This flange here is good. This flange here is brand new. And this one was good. So it was just new U-joint, and new flange. So why haven't I put it in yet? Well, I haven't put it in yet because I need to jack this car up and pull the subframe out of it. Now you also might be wondering why there's foam all over it. I'll get up to that. But I want to pull the subframe out of this one, put it into this one, because turns out when I swapped the subframe, that should have been on this channel. I swapped in a 1979 rear subframe, which apparently the subframe mounts are just slightly different, and it causes me to kind of dogleg going down the road. And I don't want to do that anymore, and I want to see if it fixes a little bit of my toe-in problem when drifting. Maybe I can go back to being low rather than having to jack my car up, besides jack stands. And so I'm going to swap over turbo axles, new subframe, new control arms, just in case I did bend it in the last accident. And then that should be all good. That should be fixed. I've got to pop some half shafts and input shafts and put all that into my diff, because my diff's welded. This diff here is not. So let me roll this black car in, and I'll show you what I got going on with that. So now, why does this car have foam all over it? Well, I'm making a wide body. Not for this car. This car is going to the junkyard. This is basically going to be a mold. I'm going to pull a buck off of it, so this way I can pull other panels off of it. So this way the good old girl can have a wide body, considering she's going to be getting new lower control arms. I actually did put new oh god. It's pretty dark. Let me get out of the light. I guess you can kind of see it. Anyways, basically what I did, I had my buddy Chase, the one who did the roll cage in the car, cut and extend the knuckle, or the lower control arms, and then I extended the knuckles. Didn't work as well as I had hoped. So what had happened was they're kind of a triangulated control arm, and so when you extend them, the triangle gets wider. So therefore my knuckle was hitting on my lower control arm, and that was the limiting factor. Now it's hitting even more, and I'm pretty sure I actually lost steering angle. There we go. So the idea behind this wide body here is based off of basically all the RX-7 FC wide bodies, how they really just scoop out and then come down. And then same thing up here. This is going to be a little bit wider and smooth out a lot more. I don't know what's going on with this foam, but it's getting ready to get Bondo, and this whole fender's loose. But that just means it'll work perfect, because you know, I don't know how to apparently bolt things down. And so update on the G35. If you guys don't know anything about the G35, it's getting an LS. Well, LM7, it's a iron block. I bought this engine here. If you go check out the video on Full Lock Garage, this engine was completely blown up. It had blown head gaskets, spun rods. Actually, I think you might be able to see them up here. Can I zoom in on this camera? I cannot. Swipe down. Okay, so those 4 pistons right there are all trashed due to the fact that the crank, it got rod knock, and they just kept driving on it. I don't know for how long, but it was just knock, 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 knock. I could press the piston into the engine with my hand without moving the crank, and it would go thunk. If I have a video, I'll add that here. So I think we might have an issue with this engine. It does this weird thing where it just kind of... Also, I don't think that's right. It just... What does this say? Oh. Yeah. That doesn't seem right to me. But anyways, it's got full, well, not full head job. Basically what I did is I had them deck the head. They cleaned up, oh, you can't even see that because it's dark. Oh shit. Let's go ahead and put those back in there. Anyways, So that's all cleaned up. Got a new cam for it. Got new valve springs. Got a new oil pump so I can run more pressure. The G35 is actually over at Chase's right now, getting a cage put in it that it will actually be pro legal, not just forget to put on a anti-intrusion bar. I brought that up to him and he's like, oh shit, yeah, no, that's supposed to be there. So that's all taken care of. So we are getting a new roll cage and a new car. I feel like I'm rambling, but you guys haven't seen me in a while. Well, you guys see me in almost every one of Nate's videos, but now I'm making my own video. Actually, and we have another project going on as well now. Not drift cars. Give me a second, I'm gonna go walk. That's right, I got project bikes. This one is going to be Jana's. This one is going to be mine. It's going to be a bobber. This one's going to be a cafe racer. It doesn't run great. This one, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't run at all. I broke the kickstand on it. That's why the kickstand is on the wall, or the kickstart. That's why the kickstart's on the wall of shame. This one needs carburetor completely rebuilt. It just basically kicks and sputters as you're accelerating, and it's annoying as shit, and it actually made me motion sickness, or have motion sickness. And yeah, I know it was just kind of trashy, but this whole property here works out absolutely fantastic. I'll do a video out in the day and I'll give you guys a walk around the property just so you guys can feel for what I'm doing around here, because you can't see it. I should really carry a flashlight with me. Anyways, that license plate's the trailer. So we got our trailer. Basically, I got everything I own on this property, and I fucking love it. It's dark out here. I'll just talk to you when I get back to the garage. So, I guess this video, there's nothing really, no build. It's just, what is going on with Jeremy? Where is he at? Why hasn't he been around? What has he been doing since he's been gone? I've been doing a lot of shit. So plan on the next video be learning how to take the rear subframe, control arms, differential, and drive shaft out of a 280ZX all in one fell swoop, because it's going to come out of here and it's going to go into there seamlessly. Hopefully, I'm going to replace the bushings and all that, because I can pull the handbrake. It's kind of funny because I'll be driving down the road, I'll pull the handbrake and it will go clunk, and I can feel so the car's moving forward, the drive shaft or the control arms are trying to stop, so they're pulling back. I can feel the whole control arm go thunk back like an inch, easy. So new bushings all the way around if I can find them. I hear it's kind of a pain in the ass, so I might have to have something custom made. But at least in the next video, the diff and subframe will be coming out of this, and then the diff, or not the diff, but the subframe will be coming out of that and basically plopping into this car just so I can move it and take it to the junkyard. Cool? Alright, so if there's anything you guys want me to touch on, I know I've been gone for a long time. You guys haven't seen my shit in a long time. So anything that you want to see, anything that you want to know, if you want me to put up all of the videos from the competitions last year, I haven't competed or driven at all this year, so there's nothing there. But if you guys want me to upload any of my older videos over to this channel, I am more than willing to do that. I have them all backed up on my computer, so let me know. But as of right now, I'm goddamn hungry. So, as always guys, stay sideways.